So you know it's just a matter of time. We're going to get another big snow. Maybe it could come this weekend, and that raises the risk of ice damming, ice dams forming on your roof.
Yep. So our partner and home improvement insider Adam Helfman of HireItDone.com has advice from the pros on how to prevent them from forming in the first place.
Your roof is one of the biggest components of your home, and it's designed to protect you from rain, ice, snow, sleet, hail, all kinds of elements. And today, we're going to learn how to protect your home from the dreaded ice dam. So every year, thousands of homes are affected by ice damming. But what really is ice damming? So when the snow comes down and it gets on your roof and it starts to build up, well, heat from the house escapes, melts the snow at the top of the roof, and as the snow comes down, it gets to the outside wall. When it's on the outside wall, it refreezes. Once it refreezes, it gets a little bit underneath the shingle. That's the ice dam. And then it works its way into your house, into your ceiling, and then starts to drip. The first line of defense that you have to prevent ice damming in your house is what we call ice and water shield. You can see this is the first piece that goes down right at the eave. The second line of defense for proper ice dam prevention is ventilation, and there's two parts to that. The first part is intake. Right here we have a sample eave where there's a roof, and underneath is your soffit vent, and that's where the intake vented piece goes in and allows air to go up into your attic. So where does that air go? Well, it goes into your attic, and the way it gets drawn into your attic all the way up to the roof is what we call a rafter baffle. And this baffle gets put up tight against the plywood on the other side of your roof. That allows the air to flow all the way up to what we call the exhaust. When the air travels up the baffles, it comes out the top of your roof on what we call a roof can, and that gets installed on your roof at the top. So if your roof doesn't have roof cans, it might have what we call a ridge vent. And a ridge vent is a piece of ventilation that is at the very peak of your roof. Now that we understand all the components of proper ice dam prevention, there's one more component that everyone needs to know, and that's the proper installation of insulation around your home. And remember, insulation prevents the heat from escaping into the attic, which really triggers and starts all the snow melting.
Adam Helfman is here with us now. You've brought, good to see you, by the way.
Always,
all kinds of great stuff
yeah.
for us to have ideas, because this has been a big deal in our house. We came in one day and there was running water coming through the ceiling because of an ice dam. Bad news.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You may have gotten a new roof in the last couple of years and thought, okay, I'm all protected.
Yeah.
It really has to be with the system, the way your roof is installed on your house, and everything touches everything, and that's how you really have to prevent it.
All right, so what have you got here?
Okay, so this is a breakaway of a typical roof, and what I wanted to show was this is your outside shingle, but there are so many other components that people have as part of the roof to make sure that ice damming doesn't come on and ruin your inside of your house. So one of the components that we have right here is what we call a baffle. Okay, this goes underneath the inside of your roof. Okay, it allows air to come from underneath and travel up and out the ridge. So that will keep airflow moving. Now when heat escapes out of your house, that's where the ice, the snow starts to melt.
Right.
And when it comes down, it freezes. When it freezes, ice expands and comes back up. So it becomes an issue.
So this will do what then? You put that in and it makes the air
flow so that it prevents, remember, this is 32 degrees or cooler.
Right.
So when heat escapes, the underside of this starts to melt. So that air foil prevents the transfer.
Got it.
So these are all components of what we want to have a roof that won't leak, won't create ice damming, and it's got to be done by a professional. So these are some of the components. It's a little technical, but if you get a professional roofer that understands the science behind roofing, and that's the key, that's how you get prevention of ice damming. Now, as we move towards the end, we just have a couple of siding pieces that go underneath your soffit, okay?
So those are soffit vents?
And that allows the breathing to occur underneath your soffit. Now,
Okay.
when all else fails, okay, and you've got too much snow on your roof, and you want to do what we call a Band-Aid fix, we have here the heat tape, basically. You plug this in, and it will get hot, and that melts the snow so that it runs off your roof. Now, you want to put this in your gutters as well, because when the gutters fill up with ice, that's when the ice moves it back to your house.
So I've got this because that was
Yeah.
one of the fixes for this particular bad spot. And when that's going in the middle of winter, you can hear the water running through the gutter.
We have one more item. This is a new addition to what you need for the heat tape. This is a plug that you put in your wall, and then you plug the heat tape into it. And what happens is it's got a built-in thermostat. So when the temperature goes below 38 degrees,
Gotcha.
it turns on. When it hits 50, it turns off. That way, you're not wasting
Yeah.
electricity, because that's
All
a
right.
lot of electricity.
And then this, we can't touch Adam with a 10-foot pole or whatever. How long is this?
Rake.
What?
So this is a roof rake, okay? And I'll come this way with you.
Whoa,
to
watch
see the
out.
end
Oh,
of it.
hey.
So anyways, this is for the do-it-yourselfer who wants to go onto the roof and pull it off and scrape it down. Now, I highly recommend you be careful doing this.
Yes.
Because like a guy like me doesn't do this.
Okay.
But we have guys. So
What do you mean, a
covered.
guy like you? You mean?
I don't know what that
Well,
means.
He's saying if you
You
got
know
a
a
checkbook
guy.
in your toolbox, you're good to go, right?
You're good.
All right, so Hire It Done will help you find the right contractor. If you have ice dams or you need repairs, the service is free to you, right?
Yes, so just go to hireitdone.com, and when you register, you'll receive key questions to ask every contractor before you hire them. Thank you so much, Adam
Yeah.
Helfman.
Good stuff
Good
again.
stuff. Jason?